So y'all get how this is working. Welcome back to the Side Hustle Profits, where we're talking about the step-by-step blueprint to starting a profitable side hustle. And this first module that we're talking about today is getting in the right mindset to start your side hustle. Getting into the right mindset to start your side hustle. So basically, one moment here. All right. So, sis, many people get started in this side hustle thing, okay? From looking at who's on right now, you have gotten, I know, because I'm talking to who's on right now, and you have started in some side hustle. So you can feel me on this one. But you start a side hustle, you see the opportunity, and you know in your knower it's going to be a good fit for you. And you make plans and you think about how you're going to, maybe spend your extra cash or what you're going to do with that, or how you're going to quit your job. And at the time that side hustle begins to take off, right? But this is what happens before we get halfway to success. We ain't even halfway, y'all. Halfway to success, we give up. We give up. All of a sudden, we give up. We give up and we make excuses to ourselves as to why the side hustle isn't going to work, why it isn't working or isn't it going to work. If you feel me, tell me in the comments, girl, I feel you, because I'm talking about me here. You tell yourself that the day job is more comfortable. Anybody ever tell themselves that the day job is more comfortable because, listen, you get a steady paycheck? This is the first time I'm sharing this online. I just quit my job. I quit my job. Let me tell you what happened when I quit my job. So first of all, you tell yourself that the day job is more comfortable because you get a steady paycheck. Sister friends, I had told myself that the job was more comfortable because I get a steady paycheck. Not only do I get a steady paycheck, I get benefits and all this stuff, okay? So I had, when I first started the job, I wasn't even supposed to be there this long. I was not supposed to be there this long. And I had a quit date and I wrote it down on the paper. As a matter of fact, what did I do with the paper? Because I saved the paper. I'm gonna have to post this one in the group because I saved the little paper that I had. I had 3 possible quit dates. And how many of you know that 3 quit dates turned to 6 quit dates, and 6 quit dates turned to 9 quit dates till I finally took the leap? Teresa says sometimes it takes a leap of faith to live your best life. Exactly. It always takes a leap of faith to live your best life. It's going to take that. That's one of the other courses that I'm working on is Girl, Take the Leap. Because it takes the leap of faith in order to do that. I think I was talking to myself, girl, take the leap, okay? You got to leap out. You got to step out in faith. That's what faith is. It's not seeing, right? You have a hope, but you don't see it, and you're going to step out and you're going to walk in that direction. But sometimes what stops us is the steady paycheck. It's the steady paycheck. It's living comfortably in that paycheck, okay? You can't stand the job because I don't know about you. I convinced myself that the job was okay. I could do it. I've been doing it. Okay. So, but I get a paycheck every month and I get these benefits every month. And it was keeping me from pursuing what it is that I want to do. It was keeping me from that. Okay. That comfortability was keeping me from that. Teresa said, I work for me because I could work 9 to 5 with these girls. There you go. Because you got to do what's right for you. And so some of you may not want to quit your job, but you want to supplement your income. And that's okay too. I'm just sharing with you my experience. Okay. I wanted to quit. Jenny says, oh my gosh, girl, you're hitting home with some of these real truths. Mindset, side hustles, and now quitting your job. Oh my gosh, I'm so blessed to be your friend. Girl, I'm blessed to be your friend, okay? We gonna learn from one another. We taking this journey together. This is what we doing here. We are taking this journey together, okay? Yes, I quit my job. Let me tell you what happened. I quit my job. I put in my 2 weeks notice. I finally got up the courage, y'all, to put in my 2 weeks notice. My boss my manager, we call managers now. My manager did something. He sent an email. You know how they do one of those coaching emails where they coach the whole team. So he's coaching the whole team, but it didn't have nothing to do with me. And I was just done. I was like, that's it. I'm done. I actually had the email typed up, y'all. I had the email typed up, sitting in my draft folders for at least a year now. And I would change the date. But this time I actually sent it. I changed the date from what it was, and I actually sent it to him. Let me tell you what happened. He did not get the email. I sent it on a Friday, and it was a 2 weeks notice. He didn't get the email until Monday. When he got the email, he same timey, you know, and he was like, oh my gosh, Tesha, and I told him all of the reasons why I needed to let the job go. Okay. He sent me a Zoom link, y'all, and we had a conversation. Malik, are you running water? He had a conversation. And in the conversation, he said, I don't want you to quit. I don't want you to quit. He said, I'm going to give you this was on Monday. He said, I'm going to give you until Friday to make a decision. But in that, he said, I want you to just think about this. He said, don't quit right now. He said, wait until the end he said, go on a leave of absence. Go on a leave of absence for 6 months. He told me to go on a leave of absence, y'all, for 6 months. And he was going to give me until the end of the week to decide. So as I thought about it now, so when I say I quit my job, I haven't technically quitted it yet, because I took him up on his offer. And here's why, because I get to maintain my benefits. I get to maintain my benefits, y'all, for that time, and I have to pay for them, but at least I get to maintain my benefits. And then, you know, I say, oh my gosh, Kenny, I that's my husband. I'm like, I got to learn to burn the bridge. So I didn't burn the bridge, okay, or burn the boat. I didn't burn the boat. Don't burn the bridge, burn the boat. No bridge burning here. We burn the boat, but not the bridges. And so anyway, so that's my story of me quitting my job. It's still unfolding, y'all. It is still unfolding. I am there, but I am not there. Y'all tell me, we'll see how this works here, but I'm going to continue. And thankfully so, because I've had some health things that have happened and I have needed this insurance. And that was one of my major concerns. And I believe that God works all things to the good for them who love him. Okay. And so I believe that was just working out for my good. So anyway, so that's my story, but I don't get a paycheck. So I get to live without that paycheck and then do my, you know, what it is that I'm trying to do. So this is what I was doing, trying to convince myself that I was happier at my job anyway. I'm trying to convince myself that I'm happy, but at the end of the day, I'm not happy. So many people have what it takes to succeed. Many of you have what it takes to succeed. You have the skills and you have the talents to do that. But the moment that life throws you curveballs, because how many of you know that when I made the decision, every time I make the decision, life would throw me a curveball. And it would validate why I needed to, it would validate what I thought I truly didn't, let me say it this way. It would validate why I needed to stay on the job. The very thing that I didn't want. Life would come and say, oh, but see, you do really want it. because if you didn't really want it, you'd have quit by now. So let's validate for you. And so it would validate that. And then it caused you to give up and to quit chasing the dream. So I gave up and I quit chasing the dream. And this isn't my first time. I've had a successful business when I was in Seattle. Okay. I'm just in North Carolina now. So why is that? Why is that? Cherie says, God is good. He knows the concerns of our hearts. Exactly. Exactly. So why do we do that? Why do we do that? Is it that I didn't want, my dreams badly enough? Do I really like the way that my life is right now? Well, maybe not. But the answer lies in my mindset, right? It lies in your mindset. Not everyone's cut out to hustle and to actually take charge of their lives. It's the truth. Not everyone is cut out for this. Listen, Teresa said, life throws us curveballs to delay what God has for us. Take the leap, sis. You, girl, you preaching to me. Yes. To delay what God has for us. You said that right. Ooh, somebody give her an offering. But yeah. So some people I was going to say that when I was a trainer, training new hires, okay, and I would tell people who weren't being successful in the job, that I would tell them that not everyone is cut out for this job. You got to go find the job that's right for you, okay? And how do I know they weren't cut out? Because I'm really simple and easy to teach, to learn from. And so if you can't learn it from me, then sister, brother, you got to go find something else. It was call center work. Call centers are not for everyone. They're just not. So you have to realize, is entrepreneurship, is the hustle really for you? One of the ways that you can do that is doing the side hustle, because you're going to learn how to do a side hustle. And you do that on your job. Don't go quitting your job and then try to figure it out. No, you do that while you are working. So when you do that side hustle, you can, if it's right for you, you start to take control of your life and you start stepping out of your comfort zone and you begin to like that. Okay. But the thing is that some people are content with whatever they have going on for them at that current moment. It is what it is. They don't have the drive. They don't have the burning passion for seeing their dreams come to life. Some people are like that, and that's okay. That's their choice. Sometimes we just become jaded and we become cynical. Far too many people have failed at this, right? And a tiny minority of them succeed. So sometimes people just don't think that they have what it takes to beat those odds. Like, how can I beat that? Right. And in your mind, in their minds, they've already failed before they started. They've already failed. But you don't have to follow in those footsteps. You can make a decision. I was on the train and I had to move this over to now, because I was on a training. And one thing that we talked about is this: you can decide at any point, in any moment, you can make a different decision and walk in that decision. One thing I love about living in the United States, I know people talk about the United States and all this stuff. Listen, I have freedom here, freedom of choice. I can decide to take another path. Today, I can decide that I am going to do, and have this whatever. And I can walk in the liberty of that. Isn't that amazing? That's what I love about the United States. So you don't have to follow in their footsteps. You don't need to feel the same way. You don't need to be discouraged every time you hear about somebody whose side hustle failed, because that doesn't mean that yours is going to fail, right? So you control your mind. You control that. The human mind is so fantastic. It's amazing. It can either push you to go after your dreams, no matter what it takes, or bury it long before you ever do anything about it. right? Teresa said, find your niche and own it. Exactly. Find it and own that. Your mind will help you to go after it and to own it. Own your dreams. Don't bury them, but your mind will also help you to bury them before you even think about it. Have you ever known someone who had an idea and they start to just talk to themselves and they talk themselves out of the very idea that they had? And you're thinking, man, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Oh, well, somebody else is doing it. Listen, we went car shopping. We bought a new car. We went car shopping. We just were looking for SUVs. You know how many options there are for sports utility vehicles? That's just one type of car. And within the same manufacturer, there were different models for SUVs. That's just in the same manufacturer. But then you have different manufacturers. What are you saying, Tesha? Don't start something because someone else is doing it, because your delivery of it is different. We looked at the Hyundai, we looked at the Kia. They are both Japanese companies, right? They both have similar things going on with them. I think, is it the same manufacturer? I don't know. Anyway. But they have totally different models when it comes to the SUV, and their styles of their models are different. The BMWs, the Lexus, all their styles and how they bring it to the market is different. How you bring it to the market is going to be different. You are your competitive edge. Somebody needs to write that down, type that in the comments. I am the competitive edge, right? You bring your skills and your talents and your vibe to the table. And that is your competitive edge. You might find somebody out here talking about side hustle profits, but they're not Tesha. And you got to be able to walk in that. But they're not Teresa. But they're not Cherie. But they're not Jenny. And you walk in the truth of who you are, right? I am my competitive edge. I'm the competitive edge, right? The truth is, you control your mind account, but your mind doesn't control you. You don't just let the thoughts just go. You can rein those in and do what it is that you want to do, making a decision. Teresa said, you get to choose your heart, decide to be successful no matter what it takes. Jenny said, I am the competitive edge. You are the competitive edge. You get to choose. You get to choose to be that competitive edge. With that said, if you want to change your life for the better, then you have to get out of the comfort zone, okay? Hey, Melissa, I see Melissa joined. Melissa went and got out of her comfort zone, and she has a whole and complete company that she does. She does some coaching, right? You have to get out of she had to get out of that comfort zone. I have to get out of the comfort zone because it's real comfortable for me to be at work and get a paycheck. That's easy for me, okay? A paycheck is easy for me, but if you really know me, you know I don't really like easy. I like to tackle stuff. But because you're never going to see success if you keep doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? Not the success that comes from entrepreneurship. Okay, you have to decide what your success is. So when you enter in the world of side hustling and entrepreneurship, you have to change the way you think, right? If you've got a negative mindset, then you have to change that to a positive one. You've got to do the work to begin to change your mindset. If you don't, then you're never going to really get anywhere in there because you're going to be stuck doing the same kinds of things forever. Because you're going to repeat the same cycles, the same situations that give you the uncomfortable, the mediocre, and ultimately the unhappy life, if you're living the unhappy life. So how do I get out of that? How do I get out of that? Well, you got to know your why. I didn't change my thing because I was busy talking, y'all. But here we are in the module. So you got to know your why. You got to know your why. If you want to succeed in your side hustle, then you're going to need to, first of all, understand your why. And I heard that so many times. Hey, Vicky, thanks for joining me today. I heard that so many times. And I was like, my why, my why, my why, right? And I thought I was creating the why, but the why wasn't big enough. Why do I know that the why wasn't big enough? Because it wasn't pushing me to do. So, because when your why is big enough, it's going to push you to do. Let me give you an example. When people have health issues, someone had a heart attack. Now, their why for getting healthy now is because they had that heart attack and they want to live. So now the why becomes big enough. So before it wasn't big enough because hey, we still eating the way. Listen, I'm talking to myself right now when it comes to eating food and all that, but they were still doing what they wanted to do until the why became big enough. So you got to understand your big why. What is your big why? Not just any old kind of why, but the why that's going to drive you to actually achieve results. Why do you want to accomplish this, that, and the third? That's this, that, and the third. Okay. Who are you doing it for? What are you hoping to achieve with your side hustle? Is it because you need more money? Why do you need more money? If Teresa doesn't mind me sharing, she said, I want to have a side hustle because now I have these lovely beauties that I have adopted. So I have my job here, but I also want to supplement my income so I can create a life that we all love to live. Do you need more money? Do you want freedom from the rat race? Because see, let me tell you the thing about it is that I need more money. I need more money. I need more money. And I say that kind of loosely because, I feel like we all need money, right? But I wanted freedom from the rat race, meaning if I start my job and start working, I'm not going broke. We're not going hungry. Okay. We're not going hungry. I haven't had a paycheck. I'm still going to Starbucks every day. I tell my husband I need to stop going to Starbucks. He said, yes, you do. Spending $7 to $12. I should have stock in Starbucks. Okay. But I wanted freedom from the rat race. What do you want freedom from? Right? Whatever the reason, you always have to remember your why. You have to remember your why because it's going to be an uphill battle towards success. It takes work. And so you have to remember your why each and every time. There's going to be times when you feel so tired that when today I was having some issues and quite honestly, I was like, I'm going to put this off until tomorrow. Then I had to remember, no, you made a promise and you're going to stick to that promise. Okay. You're not going to put this off to tomorrow. So there's going to be times when you feel tired. You're going to feel like maybe you feel like the world is conspiring against you in order to fail. You'll feel like your side hustle is going to bring you any closer to your goals, to your money goals, to your freedom goals. And that's the time when you come back and you remember your why. That's when you remember your why. And then you feel that motivation to come back. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys. And so I'm rounding around the corner here. Chasing the right goals is our last one for today. Your mindset plays a critical role in your side hustle. If you don't want your dreams badly enough, then maybe you're chasing the wrong goals. You have to really think about it. If you don't want it bad enough, then you're chasing the wrong goals. Because we women, and we do what we set our hearts out to do. When we set our minds, that's it. It's a wrap. That's one thing about us women. When we set our minds, it's a wrap. You can count it done. So if it's not a wrap, then you have to wonder, are you chasing after the wrong goals? Teresa said, yes, I have to give them freedom and choice. She wants to give them freedom and choice. That's her big why. right? So you need to get your mindset right before you start attempting to do anything, not just even a side hustle, but anything, right? If you don't, then you're going to suffer for months and for years wondering why you can't get the motivation that it needs in order to get it done. The motivation. You got to build momentum in the motivation, right? You're going to be delaying your success, and every step of the way, you're going to feel like a weight of ton is dragging you down. And that's not why you start side hustles. You don't start a side hustle to feel weighed down. You could have stayed at work for that. Okay. You could have stayed at work for that, sister friend. Stay at work. Okay. Till you figure that out. But if you're chasing after your goals, the ones that you're really passionate about, and you've got the right mindset for it, then you can expect different results. And with this combination, that's what separates successful side hustles and entrepreneurs from the failures and the wannabes. Okay. I want to be a side hustler. I want to be an entrepreneur, right? That's what's going to separate you. That's going to pull you out of the pack of a wannabe and actually get you out here doing stuff you thought you weren't going to do. Okay. So it takes time to get to know yourself, to prepare your mindset. Ask yourself if you're ready to take on one of the biggest challenges of your life. And that's side hustle. Anything worth having, you are going to have to work at it. Okay. But it's worth having. So the first module, I said we was only I was going to go through this course. No, this is number one. We on number one. This look like this going to become the side hustle series, but get in the right mind to start a side hustle. You got to get there. You got to make sure you're in the right mind. Otherwise, you'll give up along the way. You'll spend money that you didn't mean to spend. You'll go from thing to thing. Okay. Ask me how I know. You go from thing to thing, right? And not get anything accomplished. You'll go from side hustle to side hustle because you got to know what you're doing. You got to know why you're doing it. You got to get your mind right in doing that. And so that way you won't be tossed into, I like to use the Bible all the time. So tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. Okay. You don't want to be tossed to and fro with everything that comes up. So we got to have our minds right. Okay. Thank you all for joining me today for the side hustle, the side hustle profit here. And we are talking about really how to finally start the perfect side hustle and be on your way to living the life that you want to live. So we're going to be sharing more about this. Tell me what works for you. Saturdays work for you. Side hustle profits. We can, continue on with the modules next Saturday and keep going with that, but I just want to share with you what I've been learning, what I've been walking through, and I'm not perfect. I'm sure, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm being perfected. So I thank y'all for hanging in there. Okay, Sister Sharice, she's still on there. Sister Teresa, she's still on there. Vicky, Melissa, Jenny, thank you, sister friends, for supporting the Side Hustle Summer Series. Okay, we're going to get paid this summer. We are going to get paid this summer. And I will see you guys later. Hit me up in the inbox if you have any questions, if you want to talk about something. It's Sister Tesha signing out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me today. Look I forgot to turn my slide. I'll see you in the next video. Wait, now I got to figure out how to stop this share. Yeah, I stopped the share. Okay, bye guys. Love you.